Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to pass Salesforce messaging session record from Agentforce to the flow action. In Salesforce Agentforce, we have context variable. If you wanted to know more about it, you can check this context variables usage in Salesforce Agentforce. The standard messaging session context variable can be used if you wanted to pass the messaging session record to the Agentforce flow action. Let's see the agent. So this is a sample Salesforce Agentforce agent. I'm using two topic actions for this topic called product interest. In this product interest topic, first I'm getting the basic information from the user. I'm creating the lead. After the creation of the lead, I'm creating a follow-up task. I'm going to make use of these two agent action so that I can create a lead and as well as the task record. First, in order to create a lead, I am passing description of the lead, email of the lead, first name of the lead, last name of the lead, and also I am passing messaging session input variable on the flow. Here I have mentioned in the instruction to the Agentforce agent stating that always use messaging session found in the context variables. Never use user provided information for this input. So this is the instruction I have given. So it will make use of standard messaging session context variable in order to invoke this flow. In this flow, this is the messaging session input variable. Data type is record, object is messaging session, and this is the sample description. First, I'm creating a lead record with company as Agentforce, description from the Agentforce action description. Similarly, I'm making use of email, first name and last name. Once the lead is created, if there is a failure, I'm sending unable to log your information as the error message. If it is successfully created, it will check whether the messaging session record is not null, and also it is I'm making sure it starts with 0 MW. I'm doing these two conditions because when we do the development of Agentforce agent, we always test it from the agent builder. So whenever we test it from agent builder, we won't have messaging session record. Sometimes it sends a random text value. So in order to avoid some runtime exception, I'm making sure the messaging session is not null, and also I'm making sure it starts with 0 MW so that it is a messaging session record ID. Next, I'm updating the messaging session. The field I'm updating is lead ID with the lead record that was created as part of this create lead. Next, I'm sending a message stating that your information is logged successfully, and I have some additional text in that assignment. Okay, next, for follow-up task, I am having two input variables, messaging session similar to the create lead agent action, and here I'm going to use due date on the task as this available date. So let's look at this flow. So similarly, I have a messaging session input variable on the flow. First, I'm checking whether the messaging session is not null, and also I'm making sure it is starting with 0 MW, the ID of the messaging session record. I'm fetching the messaging session. And I'm assigning lead ID. This is a variable equal to the lead ID from the messaging session record. Next, I'm creating a task record. If it is successful, I'm sending a successful message. If there is any failure, I'm sending a failure message. So let's see this in action. Okay, my Salesforce Agentforce agent has joined. It is asking how can I help you. So I'm going to say I am interested in running shoes. Okay, in order to proceed further, it is asking my first name, last name, and email address. Before that, let's make sure it created the messaging session record. Yes, this is the messaging session record which got created. So this is the latest one. I'm going to make use of this information as my first name, last name, and email. This is a sample dummy data. Okay, it says that it successfully logged my information. Let's verify that. Okay, it invoked the flow, it created a lead, and then it linked the lead to the messaging session record. So I was able to pass the messaging session record from Agentforce agent to the flow action. So this is the lead which got created. As of now, it doesn't have any activity. Now it should ask for my availability. It is asking my availability. I'm going to say I'm available on 30th Jan. Okay, it says that your follow-up task has been logged successfully. Let's verify that. Okay, this is the one. Let me refresh the screen so that I can see that. Okay, it created the follow-up task, and this is the follow-up task which is tied to this lead, and this lead is tied to this messaging session. So you can also make use of context variables to pass so you can also make use of context variable to pass messaging session record from the Agentforce agent to flow action. Please check the video description. In the video description, I have shared my blog post. From the blog post, you should be able to get screenshots and the instructions that were used so that it will be used as a reference in your development. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching.